This is Black Girl Geek Speaks, and obviously I have something to say. So, a couple of days ago, the Game of Thrones teaser trailer was released. 90 full seconds of Jon, Arya, and Sansa. 90 full seconds with some dialogue. Well, kinda. It's flashback dialogue, but dialogue nonetheless. It all still counts. So, as you know, we're going to analyze the shit out of it. Because that's what we do as a fandom. That is what we do. And it's widely known. Everyone knows that's what we do. People that don't watch the show know that that's what we do. So let's get right into it. It's all down in the crypts of Winterfell. Jon walks past his mom's statue. And he has a light. A torch. And as he's walking past Lyanna's statue, her words are spoken, her flashback words from the Tower of Joy that Tanet promised me that you'll protect him. He walks past and then he kind of turns around after her quote. It's kind of like how Ned turned around at the Tower of Joy when Bran called his name and he turned around like he heard something, but you can't really decipher what it is. That's how he turned around. That's what I saw. And the feather that she had in her hand that Bobby B placed down there, season 1, episode 1, it flies out of her hand. Okay, now we're going to talk about the feather. Just give me a second. So the feather flies out of her hand and it's on the floor. And, he keeps walking. And then we go to Sansa. Sansa walks past her mom's statue. So Jon's mom, now her mom. And Catelyn's quote, when she was talking to Rob's wife about Jon, that all of this has happened to her family because she couldn't love a motherless child, meaning Jon, meaning she thinks that all of this is happening because she promised to love Jon and be a mother to him if he made it through that sickness he had. And he made it through, and she prays to the gods, and then she still treated him like shit. So, and she's full of shit. She's so, oh my God. I cannot, let's move on from her. That just hurt. She makes my blood boil. She treated that poor baby so bad. Evil motherfucker. Okay. So next, Arya, as Catelyn saying motherless child, Arya is walking past, and she's not in the part of the crypts that they are, where they have the statues there. Arya is just a hall. It's completely different. It's just a hall. And mind you, Arya and Sansa, that neither one of them have the torches. So she's walking, and then Jon walks past Ned's statue, his father, his uncle father, his Uncle Daddy. And Uncle Daddy's quote is the last time that he saw Jon, that you may not have my name, but you're a Stark, you have my blood in your veins. And the last thing he told Jon was that he promised him that he would tell him about his mom next time he saw him. So I think that he had all intentions of telling him about Lyanna when he met back up with him. But who knows when he thought that was going to be, because he would have to go to the wall to talk to Jon. So who knows? Of course he wouldn't send a Raven that information like that, that he's a Targaryen. He's the rightful heir to the Iron Throne. That was a Raven was not carrying that information. So he would have to travel all the way up there to the wall. And when was he planning on doing that? While he's down in King's Landing as the hands of the king. So they all meet in a hall, and then they turn around, and it's like they're down there for a reason. They're in the crypts for a reason. They have a purpose, and they look around, and it's like, let's go, let's get it, what it is. So they turn around and they're walking, and they approach their statues. First we do Arya's statue, and it's of her. It looks pretty young, I guess. About, I don't know, the statue looks a little younger than her actual age. And then Sansa's statue looks pretty much like her. And then Jon sees his statue, and now his statue looks old. Now, okay, like I said, we overanalyze. It's just part of the community. We overanalyze things. So that could just be, like it was his beard and stuff. Maybe it was just like a mistake, or because I don't know if I want to call it a mistake, because they are careful with everything that they do. So I don't know if I want, and they know that we we're paying attention to all of it. So his looks older. So I'm not sure if that means that Arya and Sansa are gonna die young and he's gonna live to see old age, or if that's just something, maybe that's a way that the people that do the statues, the way that they make them, because I don't think Lyanna's statue looks anything like her. But I don't know if when they did the statue in season 1, did they already have an actress for Lyanna? So, that could be it. But I don't know. It could be, it could mean something. It could not. I don't know. So after they see their statues, then Jon, the only one with the lightbringer. The only one that has light is Jon. His light blows out and you can see a cold mist just approaching them. And that feather that fell, it freezes. Okay, it freezes. Now, like I said, we're going to come back to the feather. So it freezes over and you see the mist just approaching them and it's coming. And then Arya and Jon draw their swords, Longclaw and Needle, respectively. And you can see that Valyrian dagger, the cat's paw dagger, in her belt when she pulls out Needle. And Sansa don't have anything. She don't have a sword. She don't have a steak knife. She don't have a fork. She don't have a twig. She don't have a shank. She don't have nothing. She's just there, and they're kind of, she's a little bit behind them, maybe like a foot behind them. And they look like they're protecting her. Now, I don't know how to take that. I don't. Because she's, in my opinion, she's not like the most valuable Stark. And not to say like putting value on their lives, but we definitely need Jon more than we need Sansa. And I think we can all agree on that. And I think we need Arya more than we need Sansa. Sansa's a good political player. But in this time right now, what's going on right now, you need more of a fighter, a battle, a soldier, someone who can lead a battle, someone who can fight. Right now, I don't really, and then she's not like how Samwell is, and Samwell is very, very, she's not like super intelligent either. So I don't know, but they're in front of her kind of like a king's guard, a queen's guard. And that could be foreshadowing. It could be. So they're in front of her and they pull their swords out. And we go to the black screen and we have a date. We have a date, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. We finally have a freaking official date. April 14th, 9 p.m. We're counting down these days. 89 days, 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 21 seconds. I can't wait. It is a little earlier than most of us thought, but like earlier is better. I mean, well, now earlier is better, but then when it happens, it's going to be like, oh, damn, them 6 weeks is over. And it's going to feel like crap because now we're at the end of the line and nothing's coming. It's over. But right now, we are excited as hell. It's just, I'm so excited to have a date. Like, it feels like I never thought there was going to be a date. But now we have a date. It's like when your mom tell you that you're not going to get that present that you want for Christmas because it's too expensive. She don't got the money for it. And then you open it up and it's like, wow, you really got it. Oh, you tricked me. Oh, you a trickster in here. Oh, that's how it feels to me. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like I was never going to get this date. It's been so long since season 7. And season 7 wasn't the normal 10 episodes. So it wasn't, we didn't even get our normal fill. So I'm just so super excited. Now let's talk about the feather that Robert Baratheon placed in Lyanna's hand, the statue. Now there are some symbolic meanings of feathers. Some cultures believe that it's a message from a loved one. When you see a feather like fly by, it's a connection from the other side of life, from the dead, basically. And that kind of fits. I mean, if the feather just flew out her hand, so it could be a sign from her trying to communicate with him, or they could see it as that way. We can interpret it that way, as her trying to communicate with him. Also, it's a symbol of travel of the mind and the spirit, as well as physical travel, and of flight and freedom. Now, this could mean some things. It could mean that Jon will have some type of freedom. It could mean that now that he knows these things, that he feels a freedom in not being a bastard. It could mean in sense of travel of the mind and spirit. Now that I don't know. I couldn't really make a connection as far as that. But the feather, it could have symbolism, or it could just be like a callback, a major callback, because this is the third time we've seen it. The first two times were, when he placed it in her hand, and then again in season 7 when Sansa picked it up off of the floor and put it back in her hand. So it could really just be a callback and just like a, hey, you remember this, you just put an Easter egg. It could be, but I feel like because it's in the teaser that it does mean something. And the whole thing is down in the crypts, and I think that it's because the crypts play a part in Jon finding out his parentage. It could mean that I don't think they're going to spend too much time down there now. So I'm not saying that it's going to be the crypts are going to be a big thing in season 8 as far as being down there. But I know for sure. I'm like 97% sure that Jon is going to go down there after he's told that Lyanna and Rhaegar are his parents. And I do want to believe that something is in Lyanna's statue or where she's buried that is Rhaegar's. I would love for it to be the harp, because that would just be so beautiful. But it's a nice thought to think that, and it would be nice if it was down there, if something was down there of his that is easily identifiable as Rhaegar's. But I do believe that the crypts, his mom being down there, is an important part to the story. So I think his parentage is an important part to the story as of now. And we know who his parents are now, and they said that, that now it's about what he'll do after he finds out. And I know some people think, oh, he'll never find out. He has to find out. The way that they put so much weight on it, even with this teaser, the teaser was all about Jon. All of the quotes were about Jon and about parents, his motherless child. His mom said, protect him. Or Ned saying that this Stark blood runs through his veins. Like, this is all of him and his parents. He has to find out. Like, I can't fathom them ending the story and him never knowing that Lyanna and Rhaegar was his parents and that he's not a bastard. I just can't. And then having Daenerys in there too, and that's his aunt, like that, it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. And there's another thing that people are wondering and people are questioning. Why isn't Bran with them? The Stark children, they're all of the Stark children, Rickon is gone. Robb is gone. They're left. But is Bran really a Stark? I mean, really. We saw how much he changed when he came back to Winterfell. Bran Stark died in the cave. He died there. That's not after he went into the weirwood net. It was gone. That time he spent there, it was over. He is not a Stark anymore. He even said that he's not a Stark anymore. He's so far removed from his old life. He's not in that same space anymore. He doesn't have emotional intelligence at all, really, for him bringing up Sansa's wedding about how beautiful she looked, and then she got raped, which he saw, and she got raped afterwards. Like, that was not something someone with emotional intelligence would say. He isn't Bran Stark. That's why he's not down there. He's not down there because he's not a Stark. He is the three-eyed raven. All of the three-eyed ravens and all of the children of the forest are within the weirwood net when they die. That's what we're led to believe, that their consciousness is still in there. Everything they knew is in there. So they still live in there. So when Bran connected, then they're all in him. So he's like a small part of that, It's Bran Stark is up in there somewhere, but it's a very minuscule part, and I don't think he is the driver. Okay, he is definitely a passenger up in there. So he's not a Stark. And of course people could, rationalize and say, okay, well, it may have slowed down the pace and everything if he's down there and he needs someone to push him or hold him. Like, okay, you can say that. But I mean, really, truly, he isn't a Stark. He's not Bran anymore. He's not Brandon. He's just not. And it hurts me to say this, to know this. So I know it hurts you too. I know it hurts you. Because Bran was a sweet boy. He was courageous and brave, and he wanted to be a knight. And it just sucks that, like, now he's kind of just a shell for the most part. You know, he doesn't really have much of a personality. He just sits up in his room and, you know, looks at shit. I don't know. It's sad the brand is gone. It's sad. But, you know, we got a teaser. And it is a teaser. And I think it's a teaser. And I call it just a teaser and not a trailer because it's nothing in there that is going to be in the movie. And it's just how I rationalize. It's how I think. I don't know if this is like a textbook definition or anything, but the teaser for me, when it's just a teaser, no trailer, it is nothing in there is going to be in the actual show. I don't think any of that stuff in the crypts, any of that, all of that looks like it was just filmed to be a teaser for the fans, to get you hyped up for the show. And we hype. You did your job. I do not think any of that's going to be in the show. It doesn't make sense why that will be in the show at all. You can tell me how you feel. If you think it's going to be in the show, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if there's anything in there that proves that I'm wrong or, you know, hints at me being wrong. Let me know how you guys feel. Let me know what you guys think the feather means and if it has meaning at all. Let me know if you think Bran is not down there for another reason, or if he is really down there. Let me know what's going on. Tell me. Help me. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video and you want more, then hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because these videos are going to be coming. Look, we have 89 days until Game of Thrones, and then we're going to have Game of Thrones breakdowns every Monday after the episode airs. Hit that thumbs up if you like it. And again, give me your comments. Give me everything. Let me know what's going on. This is Black Girl Geek Speaks, and I'll see you in the next one.